Hello and welcome to Respect, the San Francisco International Hip Hop Dance Fest weekly podcast. I'm your host, Micaya, and this is my trusty love bug beauty of ride or die. So many things I could go on and go on. This is Brandy Beazley. She's been with the Dance Fest since before day one, and in many ways, you know. We all wear a lot of hats around here. Anyway, we were here just every year, right before the Dance Fest, to talk about it, to talk to esteemed artists, to learn about them. And this year we are celebrating the 27th annual event.
Mm-hmm. Wow, we have three left until our event is like for real adult.
Well, technically two, right?
Technically two. Okay. That's right. Technically two.
Right.
Woo.
Yeah. So we're about to hit 30, which means I don't know what that means as far as like festivals that last that long. I think we deserve like way more than regular because we've worked harder and fought harder than anyone has ever fought for anything. Let me tell you. I think if we were doing the San Francisco Ballet Festival, it wouldn't have been so hard.
I gotta agree with that. I don't know. Like, you know, I remember when I was first starting college, and this woman came up to me and I was talking to her about dance, and she was a dance teacher, and she was like, "Oh, hip hop is just a phase." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, and hip hop is for the kids, and hip hop is just, you know, for people to battle each other, which is obviously the culture, but not the only, because we're living proof. Hip hop is just amateurs, you know, and we're already fighting the stigma of dance being lower than, you know, being a little like accessory to music, but not the main thing, you know. We got the Emmys and the actors and the musicians getting all their glory, you know, but I'm on this earth to give the glory to these movement architects, these gods and goddesses that take us to another place that frankly only movement can do.
It's different. It's different than, you know, going and seeing a play or a movie, or I mean, just to see what someone can do with their body. And, you know, when I think about it, I'm thinking about voice, and people do amazing things with their voice.
That's true.
I don't know. Dance just hits different.
Yeah. Yes, honey. So I'm pretty sure that when this episode airs, you've got 1 week to get your dang tickets to the 27th annual San Francisco International Hip Hop Dance Fest. The dates are November 8th and 9th. And you just go to sfhiphopdancefest.com and get your tickets. You know, you have three shows to choose from, and we have I think I added it up the other day. I'm gonna say like 65 performers altogether, give or take. I'm not somewhere around that. Let's go ahead and go with 65 performers coming from the Netherlands, coming from Brussels, coming from North Carolina, Norway, right here in the Bay. Right here in the Bay. Can't forget that. So y'all get your dang tickets. And since we're, you know, high off of this dance talk and artist talk, we have the perfect guest today.
Oh, I'm so excited because this is our second all female podcast session. And this just hits a little different. So we are so excited to have with us today Hendrickx Ntela. She is a Liège-based dancer and choreographer of Congolese origin, specializing in urban styles like hip hop, krump, dancehall, Kuduro, and AfroHouse. I want to go dancing with you, Hendrickx. A founding member of the all-female collective One Nation and the international Krump group Gully Fusion. She's a pioneer of Belgian Krump performance and event organization, including Chieza Street Battle and Krump Date. Hendrickx has collaborated with artists like Camille Lellouche and Jean Dujardin, choreographed for Netflix Rhyme and Flow, and toured internationally with her original work, Blind. She's an associate artist at the National Theatre of Brussels and continues to shape hip-hop dance culture worldwide. Yes.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. I love your hat. The A's hat, you're representing the Bay. Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
not the Philly anymore. It was the Bay.
Wait, so that's not Oakland anymore? I'm so lost.
No,
it was the Oakland team. Baseball, right?
It was a Oakland baseball.
Kevin, do not put this in the podcast. Baseball, right? Oh, well, that's nice, though, that you are representing. Welcome. And man, we are amongst royalty right now. Thank you so much for your time. I want to always start with education because I feel like that was one of the main reasons why we started this podcast. Can you tell everyone what is Krump? What if they've never heard of Krump?
Krump. Krump means first. Krump means kingdom, radically uplifting my praise. Okay, when you hear that, it's really like, what is that? But it's a whole philosophy for me, Like each word means really something. Like kingdom for me is because Krump is very a communitary dance. We have to be together. We have to get it together. So we really are creating like a kingdom, and kingdom can be your body too. Like how you elevate yourself, how you are, like how you value yourself. So it's kingdom for me. And kingdom radically is because this dance is radical. We express the way we have to express. You don't have to be like this or like that. You come with your story, you come with your body, you come whatever you are, and you come and you just express like in a raw way. It's a raw expression. Kingdom radically uplifted is because no matter what, you have to uplift yourself, you have to elevate yourself, like even as a human being, we always like teaching, even myself, they taught me always to elevate myself, to give value to myself, and even the the people around you, like your family, your Krump family, they will like really push you and like elevate you in a way that you can accept yourself and really like be in peace with yourself. There is a lot of love in this dance, and there is a lot of family values too to this dance too. Kingdom radically uplifted, yeah. Mighty is because it's this dance comes from the ground. Like you have to take the power of the floor and really like embrace it. And because the way we dance it, we stomp, we're doing stomps, we're doing things with our chest, and all this power is come from the ground. We have to be grounded. So it's heavy, and Kingdom radically uplifted mighty. Praise because it's a spiritual dance. Like actually the people who created that, they were like Christian and they were dancing like to thank God because they're alive, because he allowed them to be there, to be alive, to do this dance, to just like express it like in another way than in a negative way. So for them they were like really like dancing on church and stuff. It was really yeah, a way to express themselves like in a good way. And yeah, the people who created that, like Tar Eyes, me, Miss Prissy, Lil C, and Dragon, they really created that, and the one who really pushed that for me. And the Mio too, like Tarais and Mio really pushed that movement, worldwide, because it was crazy the thing that they were doing. It was like, it seems like it was a traditional African dance. Like when you see it, like the way with the hype, with the expression of the body, it really looks like traditional African dance. So, and they didn't even know that they were doing it, like over there, like in LA. So it was born like in the earlier in the 2000 in South Central, and yeah, like kingdom radically uplifted, mighty praise. Like Krump is a world philosophy. Krump is loyalty. Krump is energy. Crump is about to be real and unique, and to accept yourself, like in the way you are. And yeah, it's a beautiful dance. Like for me, it's one of everything is beautiful, like in terms of dance. But this dance, especially for me, it makes me really like accept myself, like for real, as a person. So yeah.
That was so beautiful. Thank you. Like we are now Krump dancers. It's over. I'm done. I'm
There is so much to say about that, but I have to make it short. But there is so much to say, like it's
but it
great.
sounds like it's really affected you. Like, can you go into that more? How has it like changed you or affected you personally?
Yeah, because I was really an introvert person. I'm still, but yeah, it's okay now. But it was like I was really a shy person. And I was really always by myself. And when I start dance, I didn't start with crump at all. I start with hip hop. And I remember my coach in hip hop was always saying that I have too much energy. And I was like, yeah, but this is me. I don't know how to control it. And then I discovered it was on the TV. Like I saw some crumpers like next to my CD. They were doing like a video, and I saw it on TV, and I was like, yo, I really like this energy. I want to try it. And I'm saying that because the first time I went to train with them, like they just like show me some basics, and then they were like, okay, session now, cipher. And I was like, yo, I'm just doing hip hop, like. And at that time, I never felt that in my whole life. I'm young, but I never felt that, like I I tried to dance crump, and people were just hyping me and just giving me like love and showing me so much love and support. And I was like, yo, yeah, this is so crazy. Like they don't even know me, and they're showing me so much support and love like this. What is that? And because of that, and because of them, I was feeling that I'm very free to do whatever that comes out in my body.
Yes.
And I was actually crumping. So I was like, yo, I just fell in love with that, like directly, because it was so honest. It was so pure. It was so unique. It was so beautiful. And I was like, yo, this is what I was looking for, like so much, like to this way to express is my way. Is the way for me, like personally. And yeah, so from that, like I just keep going, and yeah.
Goodness.
I relate to that. I do because I also am an introvert, and when I was younger, had like self esteem, and the way that if I have a group of people who are hyping me up, then I'm gonna also feel free to be uplifted,
Mhm.
right? To continue
Mhm.
to grow and to make myself better because I have the support, and I don't have anybody going to tear me down on every single thing I'm doing. So I get that so much, and I relate to that. And it sounds so powerful, and it's so apparent as an audience member when we're just even watching. And now that I see that there's artists like you and like we was it last year Freedom, who are storytellers, who create these works of art with this. is like taking it to a whole nother level. Like, people, y'all don't even know what you're in store for. Tell us about Blind.
Blind is my baby.
Ooh.
Blind is my second piece. Like, because I did, like, my first piece was To Be a Slave, and then I did Blind with the choreographer Dexter. So he was co-choreographing with me. And this idea of Blind, actually, it was because I'm an African, like, I was born here in Belgium, but I'm African. And so as an African, like a woman, an African woman living here in Europe, and him, like, he was living in Senegal, like, at that time, we have, like, this different perspective of social, like, of the society, because we were like, okay, why are you, we have to follow everything, like, why we have, like, constantly, like, through social media, through TV, through, we have constantly this thing that we have to think, but we didn't even, like, we're not even thinking by ourselves, because it's always like we always influence, yeah, by the TV, or, the society, or the government, like, things that we have to do, things that we have to, but sometimes we don't have to. We can think, and this word, we were like, why people are not thinking? They're just following, and sometimes, okay, sometimes we don't have, like, choice, because yes, you have the choice, but we don't have choice to follow what people are saying. But sometimes you can just, like, have, like, these thoughts for you and say, okay, this I agree, this I don't agree, this that, so you just have this reflection by yourself. So we wanted to work about that. We wanted to do things, like, to do this piece, because as a European, or as an African living in Africa or living in Europe, is totally different too. Like, in Africa, is the way people have to just follow the rules is totally different too. So we really wanted to talk about it, like, how in the society, how we navigate in the society, and how we can, like, say yes or no, or just think. So that's why we call it Blind, because we, like, do you want to still be blind, like, all the time, to just say, I'm just following the rules, or do you want just to think by yourself and have, like, self-reflection or stuff like this? So, yeah, it's all about it. And so we create that, and it's amazing because it's a piece we create with musicians too. So we have, like, live musician normally, but not at that time, but normally we have, like, live musician, and it's really inspired by it's only with Krump dancer, and it's very inspired by gospel music too, because musicians, they were, like, they playing on church and stuff, and we used to go to church too, but still. So it's very spiritual. Actually, we're talking about the society that we can, like, things that we can see and things that we cannot see. We're talking about spiritual too. So this spiritual thing is on the music too, the things that we're doing too. So we wanted to relate these things, that spirituality, the spiritual things in the society that we cannot see too, but it's there too, because it's something you have to think, but people don't want to think, so you're blind, so da da da. So we were all, like, thinking on all this. So we were like, okay, we want to the audience really, like, when we finish to do the piece, we want them to think. We just want them to think, whatever it is, we want them to think. So yeah, actually is that.
Oh,
I'm excited for that. I'm so excited. And I mean, I'm getting goosebumps over here, right? I'm the one that gets all the feels and gets misty eyed. But hearing you talk about your first experience with Krump, hearing you talk about what Krump means, and the spiritual part of it, and that basically spiritual experience you had when you first went and were with them, and now what you're creating I'm just gonna say it. Here in the US, I'm like, this is why they aren't giving us money, Micaiah, because this is powerful. It is so powerful. Imagine if more people had your experience of being uplifted like that. Oh, game over.
Game over. They will not see life like, they will have a different vision of life.
It's so many layers. It's so sophisticated. It's about, you're thinking, being an independent thinker in a way, but knowing that where your place is. And that requires a really depth of talent. To say that you've choreographed your two main pieces, and the first was about slavery, and now this one, you don't play around. Like it's you. Let's go. Conceptual, deep stuff, and we love it. And much praise to you for really being an artist that can do this. Can you tell us about the process of choreographing this piece? Because I know that some things you did were really interesting.
The process, so actually I was working with Dexter, like he's another dancer on the company, he's the choreographer too. And the way we created that, it was like we were talking a lot. Because actually we friends with the other dancers too. Like we always talking about things like that. We can just stay there and talk until 5 a.m., And it was a lot of talk, a lot of talk. And then we were like, okay, let's just maybe try to dance it. Because us, we not really we like the freedom to just talk about something and just try. So we were just trying things and stuff. And it was very interesting because we are five dancers in this company. And we have like different backgrounds too. Like a lot of backgrounds, like even in terms of story, in each life of like how I can say it. Yeah, even the background of our story, personal story, yeah, and our dance too. Yeah, we were like freestyling a lot, and then the things that I like to do, like as a choreographer, is like I like to have vocabularies for each piece I'm making. So when I say vocabulary, sorry, it's like movement. So for example, I will choose four movement that relate with the topic, and then with this movement, we will use it like the whole piece. Like doing all the piece but differently, so people can read what we saying. We speaking the same language, because we're using this, we're using this, we're using, I don't know, I'm doing whatever, but like, and for me it's very important to have like the same language, like in terms of movement. So I'm really like working like this. So yeah, we were working like freestyle with vocabularies. And in terms of music, it was crazy because the process was crazy too. Like I think it's the first time that it happened, like to have like musicians and a beatmaker of Krump like together, like creating. So I think it's the first time, yes. And I was there like creating with them, because I gave them like a lot of inspirations, in terms of music. And then they just tried. So we have like a lot of session they were trying, because it was their first time too. They're working with a beatmaker of Krump, and especially Morph. Morph Music is a shout out to him, because for me, he's the best a Krump beat maker. And this man is not like working like everybody, very simple. He just working like the way he work, So for them, like they went to school to do their music and stuff, but not more. So it was a mix of, people who are doing things because they're just talented, and of course the musicians, they are talented too, but they have like, it's very specific. And to work like all them, they worked like all them together. It was just crazy because it was spiritual. It was Krump. It was, for me, I was like good. I always like every session I had goosebumps. Like it was crazy. We create like so many music, so many track we don't even use. We still have like some tracks, you know. So yeah, all the process was so amazing because in the company we have like talented dancers, like, you know, and they were even like very involved on the project. It's not just my project, on the project of Dexter, it was their project too. They're really like working and trying to push like every time in this company and with the pieces we're doing. So yeah, it's really like a teamwork, like all the time. Of course, I will choreograph and I will say, okay, we have to do that. But I'm very open to listen to them and, you know, to see maybe what is better or how they feel. You know, for me, it's we really have to do it together. For me, it's we really have to do it together. I'm not doing things just for me. You have to like be concerned of what we doing and what we creating like together. You know, I really like I just like honesty. I just like honesty. I just like to work with honest people, even the way they're dancing or the way they are. That's why I'm working with my brothers actually, because they that's my family actually. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It shows that, I mean, I think people don't realize how much time goes into the creation of something. I mean, first of all, you talking with everyone till 5 o'clock in the morning, countless times, you making all these different tracks, not using so many, you make, you know, we sometimes, you know, I'll spend hours and we'll get like 20 seconds of something we're going to use, you know, it just no. But wasn't there part of your choreography process where you blindfolded the dancers so their other senses would be heightened?
Can you say it again?
I said I read that you blindfolded the dancers when you were creating the piece so that their other senses would be heightened.
Yeah.
Part of
So
the process?
yeah, we worked about it because we were like, okay, but we wanna call it blind, but actually we're not blind, like physically. You know, so how can our like sense of the body, of the touch, or can be more than just to see, you know? So we were like, okay, we have to experience that to not see, like how will comes out from our body if we're not seeing, you know? So you have to really be aware of the space because you're not seeing. So it was about that too. We worked like with a lot of things, like we were blinded, we were like just trying to feel each other, like really to feel, you know, and be honest with the way we're feeling, even the way we're feeling the space, you know. And it's a big work because we really have to be again honest and be aware, but like 100% with your body and with what is around you. So it's a like for as a dancer, it's a big work because to be conscious of your body, of people like who you're dancing with, or the space, or the lights, or like everything. You have to be very conscious of that. So we were working off that too, you know, this consciousness of bodies. So yeah.
This, everyone, is the
Yeah.
the main image for the Dance Fest. I want to mention that because I feel like it's really relevant every time to mention that you have applied for the Dance Fest in the past.
Yeah.
It wasn't the time, and it wasn't that you weren't phenomenal. It's just there's only so much space, and I can only do so much. And so I always urge dance companies, if you don't get in, try again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, sometimes it's just, I'm overwhelmed by the talent, the artistry, and the legends sometimes that are applying. And I'm like, I've gone to bed crying and just been like, oh no, how do I do this? You know? So everyone, please know these people have applied. They applied last year, I know, and I just couldn't fit them in, and here they are. So what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to keep trying. You just got to put your work out there. And right now, the call for applications for 2026 is up. It's out. You can just go to the DanceFest website, sfhiphopdancefest.com, and apply now. Deadline is May, I forget, something. Next year, and for next year's festival. So we work over a year for a dance fest. Like, it's an all year process. It really is. Oh, man. I want to also say that I love that the artists that we've spoken to kind of leave. They say very specifically, I want to leave people thinking or feeling or whatever. They don't want to be like, you have to do this and think this and make sure that, I love that you all have given them, you said it very clearly, I want people to think. Then they're done. And here's the thing I did strategically. After your piece is my piece. People don't have to think during my piece. They don't, because it's all silly. And so they can process what they just saw while they laugh and have fun and watch my piece.
Yeah. And that is how you curate a show. Yeah, it has to be it can't be monotone, right? It can't be up here the whole time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Their piece is 22 minutes, right? 22 minutes long, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it's a nice, healthy journey. So really, really wonderful. Thank you so much. I feel like I've gotten to know you very intimately, and I appreciate it. Brandy and I love what we do here. Obviously, we've been doing it for who knows how many years because we forgot. But it's been special. We always love talking to other females. We love that you all, females, are representing and running things and creating and artist voices and education. So for that, we thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, for inviting me. Really, I appreciate you. Really, thank you.
I can't wait to see you. Woo!
Yes,
me too.
Everybody, next weekend, November 8th and 9th, you will be able to see them. And if you want to meet the performers, my suggestion is to come to the 5 o'clock show on Sunday, the 9th of November, because we have a party immediately in the lobby afterwards where the dancers will come and hang out, and you can meet them and chop it up before they go back to Brussels and their respective countries. But do whatever you want, because there's cool things every show that you could participate in. Absolutely. Once again, thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you, Hendrickx. Everyone, we look forward to seeing you again for this, family reunion of sorts, this event that celebrates high art, fine art, and diverse, beautiful dance from all over the world, that people have something to say and they have a way of saying it that is important. So we will see you then. Until then, much love and much
respect.